Imagine walking into a conversation and impressing everyone with just a few words. Sounds cool, right? Exactly. Today we are going to learn 15 power-packed words that will help you sound fluent, confident, and sophisticated. These aren't the everyday words that you hear all the time. They are the ones that make people stop and notice. Whether you are leveling up your English skills or just love expanding vocabularies, these words will help you stand out. So, ready to supercharge your fluency? Let's dive right in. Our first word is this: ubiquitous. Ubiquitous. Let's hear the pronunciation.
Ubiquitous.
Ubiquitous.
Okay. So this is something that is found or seen everywhere. Something that is present or found everywhere. As in, those are the things which are very common, that it can be seen everywhere at once. For instance, mobile phones are ubiquitous these days. You can find them in every corner of the world. Our next word is this: ambiguous. Ambiguous. Please listen to the pronunciation attentively because this can be challenging for you. It's ambiguous. Listen to the pronunciation.
Ambiguous.
Ambiguous.
Right. And what does it mean? It means to be open to more than one interpretation or unclear. That means something that can be interpreted in more than one way, which leads to uncertainty or confusion with its intention or definition. For instance, her answer was so ambiguous that I didn't know if she was angry or just joking. That means her answer can be interpreted in several other ways, and it was not a clear message. So I was confused with her way of answering. So that means her answer was unclear. Our next word is meticulous. Meticulous. This means to show great attention to detail.
Meticulous.
Meticulous.
So when someone is extremely careful and precise, that they show great attention to even the smallest detail to make sure that everything is in a perfect order, or to ensure accuracy or perfection, we can use this word. For instance, he is meticulous when it comes to organizing his desk. Everything is in perfect order. This means that he is extremely careful and precise about his tasks, and he makes sure that everything is in their proper places. Now on our list is this word: quintessential. Quintessential. Okay, go ahead with me once again. Quintessential. So if you can pronounce essential, it will be easier for you to pronounce quintessential. Quintessential. Right. Listen to the pronunciation once again.
Quintessential.
Quintessential.
This means to represent the most perfect or typical example of something, capturing the essence of its nature or identity. For example, that little cafe is the quintessential Parisian experience with its charming atmosphere and delicious pastries. So this means the most perfect experience of a Parisian cafe, or a typical example of a Parisian cafe. So that's what we said. We said here that the little cafe is a quintessential Parisian experience, means the perfect or the typical Parisian experience. Our fifth word is ephemeral. Ephemeral. Listen to the pronunciation once again.
Ephemeral.
Ephemeral.
So this is something that lasts for a very short time, fleeting in nature, and it leaves a significant impact despite its brief duration. For instance, the beauty of the sunset is ephemeral, but it leaves a lasting impression. So the beauty of the sunset is ephemeral. This means that the beauty of the sunset doesn't last long. it is only for a short duration, right? You can only experience it for a very short time period, but it leaves a lasting impression. That means it leaves an impression that will be with you forever. Next on our list is sporadic. Sporadic. Listen to the pronunciation once again.
Sporadic.
Sporadic.
This means to happen at irregular intervals, isolated or scattered occurrences which don't have a clear pattern or frequency. For instance, there were sporadic bursts of laughter during the serious meeting, making it awkward for everyone. Sporadic burst of laughter means, so someone is laughing and then someone just stopped laughing, and then someone started laughing and then someone stopped, but then once again everybody is laughing together. So this is a scattered laughter, a laughter that doesn't have a clear pattern or a frequency. This is what we said as a sporadic burst of laughter. Seventh is the word impeccable. Impeccable. So we'll be listening to the pronunciation once again, and you will try to pronounce it this time.
Impeccable.
Impeccable.
This means flawless, faultless, and in perfect accordance with the highest standards. And this is often used to describe someone's behavior, appearances, and quality. For instance, her manners were impeccable, impressing everyone at the formal dinner. This means that her manners were flawless and faultless. It's perfect that you can't even put a question on it. The word that we have next can be tricky for you to pronounce, and it's this. So the pronunciation is not plethora, it's plethora. 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 Okay, we'll be listening to it once again.
Plethora. Plethora.
For instance, the internet offers a plethora of information on any topic you can imagine. This means you just need to search the topic on the internet and you'll be getting a lot of information, right? So you can replace a lot of with this nice, new and unique word, plethora. Now I'll check how many of you can pronounce our next word. What is this? So, is the pronunciation canundrum? No, it is canundrum. Canundrum. We'll be going once again. Listen to this very attentively.
Canundrum.
Conundrum.
Right. So what does it mean? It means a confusing or difficult problem or puzzle that has no clear solution, or a situation that requires difficult decision. For instance, we faced a real conundrum. Should we take the risk or play it safe? That means it was a difficult decision for us to make, or the problem was really confusing. It literally made our mind puzzled. So we couldn't figure out whether to take the risk or to play it safe. So I believe you were able to understand the meaning of conundrum. This means a situation where you have to take a tough decision, a situation that is very difficult for you to solve. It's like a puzzle that has no clear solution. You don't have any answer to choose, but anyway, you have to take the decision. Now the word that we have is challenging for you, especially where we have double C's in between the word. There's one hard C and there's a soft C. The pronunciation of this word is succinct. Succinct. Let's break it. Succinct. Okay, we'll be going once again. Hear it out.
Succinct.
Succinct.
Done? Okay. Now, as I was saying, that we can see two C's here, but the pronunciations are different. The first one is the hard one. Hard C. K, cake. Suck, 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 suck. And the next one is the soft C. So we'll get the soft sound of C here. It's synced, synced, synced. Okay? Again, succinct, right? So this means to elaborate something briefly or shortly, often with a few words, not using any unnecessary detail. For instance, her succinct explanation of the complex topic made it easier for everyone to understand. Next up, we have this. Okay, now here we have two pronunciations to understand. Look at this word. The first pronunciation is vicarious, vicarious. And the second pronunciation is vicarious, vicarious. Repeating once again, vicarious, vicarious. Now, can you guess which one is the American pronunciation? We'll go once again.
Vicarious.
Vicarious.
Let me know your answer in the comments below. But first, we'll be understanding the meaning of this word. This means to experience something indirectly through emotions, actions, or experiences of another person, often by keeping oneself in their place. So here you are imagining yourself in their place and you are just thinking, what if I was there? What would I do if I was there? Okay? Let's see one example. I live vicariously through my friends' travel stories since I can't travel as much. So this means that when my friend is sharing his or her experiences, travel experiences with me, I imagine myself in his or her place, and then I live the moment indirectly through his or her actions, emotions, or experiences, right? Next up, we have nonchalant. Nonchalant. We'll go once again. Let's hear the pronunciation and practice together.
Nonchalant.
Nonchalant.
Right. What does this mean? This means to be appearing casually calm or relaxed or unconcerned, even in situations that would typically cause stress or excitement. For instance, he seemed nonchalant about the big exam, but I knew he had studied hard. He seemed nonchalant means he seemed relaxed or he seemed casual, he seemed calm, even when I am stressed or even when it's a question about the big exam. So everybody is stressed out, everybody is in anxiety, but he is calm, he is relaxed. So he is nonchalant. Next up, we have tenacious. Tenacious. We'll hear once again.
Tenacious.
Tenacious.
This means to have or show a strong determination or persistence to achieve something. Means refusing to give up. For example, her tenacious spirit helped her overcome all the challenges she faced while starting her business. Her tenacious spirit means her strong determination, her persistence, her ability to not give up. That spirit helped her overcome all the challenges. Now, the word that we have next again has two pronunciations. It's esoteric, 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 or esoteric, esoteric. We'll go ahead once again.
Esoteric.
Esoteric.
The difference is between two accents that we have here. It's American and British accent. So this is something that is intended for or understood by a small group of people with advanced knowledge, often obscure or hard to grasp for outsiders. For example, the professor's lecture on quantum physics was a bit too esoteric for the average student. And the last word of the day is ostentatious. Ostentatious. Repeat with me. Ostentatious. We'll be listening to the pronunciation once again.
Ostentatious.
Ostentatious.
This is a pretentious or showy display, often done to impress others, characterized by extreme extravagance or flashiness. For instance, her ostentatious jewelry attracted a lot of attention, but it was too flashy for my taste. Ostentatious jewelry means a jewelry that's too flashy, too gaudy, or flamboyant. That means when someone is actually showing off his or her jewelry, right? And there you have it. These 15 words are not only essential for enhancing your English vocabulary, but also shows your mastery of the language. Start using them in your daily conversations and you will definitely sound more polished, natural, and fluent in English. I'll see you in my next one. Until then, stay connected.